Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart, Mroz, and John Suder. The e-commerce minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com.
It's e-commerce minute episode 651.
In today's episode, Dirty Lemon moves from hipster cult drink to Walmart shelves.
Just 5 years ago, Zach Nomadin started selling an aesthetically pleasing, low-calorie, high-priced beverage strictly via text messaging. Now the beverages can be found on the shelves of one of the biggest grocery retail stores in the U.S. For those of you who may not know, Dirty Lemon is a functional beverage launched in 2015 that has sold over 2 million beverages since. The company had also doubled its revenue year over year for the 3 years following their launch. This has been due in part to the brand's conversational commerce approach by only communicating with customers when they reach out via text. But they also choose not to bombard their customers with emails or push notifications. The company is also controversial due to its buzzy ingredients like the occasional CBD. It doesn't like the occasional CBD. Parent company Iris Nova sells around 12 varieties of Dirty Lemon, and each has a water and lemon base plus other ingredients that claim to have specific health benefits. For example, Dirty Lemon Aloe is billed as a skin hydrator, and Dirty Lemon calls its Rose drink an anti-aging elixir. The big news is that Iris Nova recently announced that it will begin selling Dirty Lemon beverages in 500 select Walmart stores in states like Texas, California, Illinois, Florida, and New York. The company's Walmart distribution reflects where Dirty Lemon already has a high digital reach. The brand is also expected to add more locations throughout the year within Walmart's 4,000 store fleet. Retail-wise, Dirty Lemon will be exclusive to only Walmart for the next year. In the new Walmart locations, Dirty Lemon will be one of the most expensive beverage products in stores at $6.99 American per bottle. Nomandin said selling at $6.99, Dirty Lemon's gross margin will still be around 50%. Typically, one-time online purchases of 6 Dirty Lemon bottles cost $65 or about $10.83 American per bottle. The prices have clearly been adjusted to reflect Walmart's bargain bottom line. Launching such a sleek and pricey product at Walmart serves as an opportunity for the brand to broaden its reach while providing Walmart with the chance to attract a niche demographic of consumers. I had to stifle my laughs as I read this pricing here.
Same.
Like what?
This is a complete disconnect for what the company was.
Yeah.
They were this... I mean, if you look at the product, I mean, look at these bottles.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful bottles. They had that whole mystique. It was like, you can only get it if you send a text message. It was this really super hipster product. And now they're cutting the prices and hitting Walmart shelves. I think it's a bit of a brand dilution, if you want to say that.
It kind of sucks because on one hand, it's like when you have an aesthetic, you have an aesthetic, and that's like higher end and higher class. So, but at the same time, the common Walmart shopper also deserves a little bit of luxury product. You know what I mean? So it's like really hard, like morally, economically.
So we're dragging them a little bit, but we see what Walmart has been trying to do over the last 2 years. Now, if you look at all of our other podcasts, we talk about all the acquisitions and things they did. That misfired a little bit, but the goal was to attract that Gen Z demographic.
I do know that in their efforts to kind of ramp up the stores to appeal to like my demographic, their new clothing is pretty darn nice. Like
really
in Walmart's where the whole thing isn't just like a mess, you know,
right.
like
right.
In the more put together Walmart's, the clothing is actually pretty darn nice. Like I'd buy pieces, like there's a lot of good stuff. So I guess it makes sense that product like Dirty Lemon is being introduced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. like we've been saying, they're trying to attract that demographic, and they did it through acquisitions and whatever. And this just strikes me as odd, though, again, because of you build up this DTC brand to have all this mystique only to just wind up on Walmart shelves. But I guess the same can be said for, let's go old school here with Harry's. Harry's wound up in Target. Now they've got a huge brand presence in the men's department in Target. So I guess maybe it's a natural transition for DTC to grow.
Yeah.
Obviously, they want to sell more bottles of their overpriced hooch here. I mean,
this reminds me of Soylent too.
Yes, the packaging is very reminiscent of that.
Very
it's very
Soylent, very pricey.
very almost industrial. But these bottles are beautiful. If you go to the website, it's dirtylemon.com. So they have Dirty Lemon Greens, which is this beautiful green bottle. But even the shape of the bottle is beautiful. It's like you would feel bad throwing this bottle away. That's how pretty these things are.
I'd reuse it.
And of course, it's like they tout the health benefits. Who knows if this stuff is good for you? The problem is it can't be bad for you because they have things like charcoal, aloe, ginseng, valerian, white rose. Like these are things that have sort of proven benefits to an extent, but it doesn't mean if you should chug a bottle of dirty lemon turmeric every day, your ailments are going to go away. And I think a lot of people, I don't know. But you have that young demographic where it's like, look at me, I'm walking around with a dirty lemon bottle. Yeah. Ooh, where did you get that? Oh, that's dirty lemon. You can only get it via text message. Oh, no, my grandma just got me some at Walmart.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point.
So I wonder about the dilution of the brand, or, maybe these guys are just seeing dollar signs and just going, you know what, let's see how this works out.
Maybe the difference in price point will keep people on their high horse with it. You know what I mean? Because it's like an asterisk, but it was cheaper at Walmart. You know what I mean?
I got a deal on it.
Maybe that'll keep the mystique. I didn't know that the category of like health beverages, if you will, was called functional beverage.
Oh, is that what that word was?
Yes,
so I saw it in the script.
That's the market.
It's called functional. So it's not just, it's water. Well, I mean, water is a functional beverage.
Yeah, I was like, what are they talking about? And the functional beverage market is different than the organic beverage market. I was shook when I saw that. I was like,
where does the sports drink market fall into that? Is that
that's also functional?
That's functional.
That is
because
functional.
It performs a function, even though water performs a function. Coffee performs a function. All right.
Oh, electrolytes.
That's marketing jargon for you. So as you mentioned, Soylent, Walmart will also be expanding some of the better for you and reduced sugar beverage items like H Factor, Cooley, Soylent, and Life Aid over the past year. And they're going to include sparkling apple cider vinegar drink Vina, organic sports drink Halo Sports, sparkling tea Minute, and sparkling flavor water Sanzo. I have to say for Walmart, I like their grocery and I love their selection. So I can see these fitting in the shelves there. Walmart can be actually very surprising if you like to cook and you have an eye for certain things when you go to a grocery store. I'm always surprised when I go to Walmart and find new things there. Their product selection is very vast. Especially when you get into things like, if you're looking for certain spices or sauces or things like that. They even have, I think Target does this as well. They cater to people who are doing like Whole30 and things like that, or people who are special diets. But there's also a lot of new exotic things. So, Walmart isn't what you think it is. It's not that like just cheapo grocery store. They also have a lot of options that might appeal to the more discerning customer. And I think that's what they're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about Coca-Cola in here, but I really don't want to talk about them.
I don't blame you.
I'm saying Coca-Cola.
Is Coca-Cola the head of Dasani water? Because if so,
Dasani is tap water in a nice bottle.
No, it's worse than that. It's acidic death tap water. It's a dysfunctional beverage.
It's got minerals.
It is the worst.
But Brittany's got minerals.
Yeah, it's a disservice. It's a disservice to put Coca-Cola in the notes for this because that is not a functional beverage.
I also have an issue with the water bottle companies. I know Nestle, they're evil. I mean, they're basically taking water from a lot of places that doesn't need to be given up water.
It becomes a human rights violation with Nestle.
Yeah, sure. You're going to see a lot. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but you're going to see a lot of problems with water in the next 5 years. Water rights will become a huge thing. And you're going to see the money is going to start to follow that. Water rights is going to be a huge, huge thing. And companies like Nestle and Coke, they're going to be right at the epicenter of this. And they're going to be, it's just going to be a big thing. And I'm kind of afraid for that. All right, another happy story. We'll close this one out with a little stat time. The last 8 months, Dirty Lemon has moved into 1,000 non-traditional retailers such as Equinox Gyms and Barry's Bootcamp locations. See, that makes sense, which now account for 50% of revenue versus 10% at the start of the year. The functional beverage market is projected to reach USD 218.3 billion with a B by 2024. It is forecast to see an annual growth rate of 8.66% during the forecasted period of 2019 to 2024. That's according to MarketWatch. And the global organic beverages market size is estimated to reach 47.78 billion with a B by expanding at an average rate of 13%. Okay, time to get into the beverage market. Everybody wants, that's the big thing now. It's like, what's wrong with you? Well, why don't you have some water?
Literally.
Water cures everything, man.
It honestly does.
You're in a bad mood, drink some water.
Not to be like a tinfoil hat person, but like water really truly is that girl. She does the job.
It's usually anything that's wrong with you, just have some water.
Yeah.
Have some water, go for a walk.
Absolutely.
And that's your health tip of the day. Guys, got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. See you on the internet tomorrow.
That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.